insanely dangerous this program is. Y'all know the point I'm at, and I'm not apologetic for it. Target individuals, I want y'all to know I'm not apologetic, but I am tiptoeing through my words and through what I'm saying about this because it's so important. This is important for non-TIs to realize how much of a lie and how deceitful and how dangerous this is. These people they have people with weapons who I haven't seen them that I know of around in my condo. They do not go out at the same times as me. They make sure that they're on a different schedule, and that when I'm gone, they either come out and do stuff. So if I'm out here and I've seen them, I don't know. Because I've knocked on their door many, many times. There is somebody there. They will not answer their door. They don't want to do this because they're hurting me so bad. They don't want to look me in the face. They don't want to have to create another lie. Because if they create another lie and they sit there and they lie to my face, that creates another loose end. And these people are trying to tie up loose ends, which are American families, or their loose ends. So I know they're definitely above me. The day that my parents came to move in stuff here, I think they thought that my mom was moving in. So they moved things over, and I've said this on video, they moved things over from one side of the condo to the other, to where I would have been sleeping if it had my mom came and moved in here. The morning that my mom and my dad came to move stuff in, they put a pink flamingo outside of the door. And there was nothing on the door. They took off the wreath to make it look like they had moved, I guess about a month ago. So that day when my mom and dad came to move stuff in, they put a pink flamingo on the door, because if I said anything to my parents like, there are people above me hurting me, they wouldn't believe me anyway at this point, with what's going on and how deceitful these people are. But these people want to make sure that they not only don't believe me, but they see like a pink flamingo, which you would associate with an older lady. They want to make sure there's something like that on the door to make me look even crazier. And now it's like, I will speak inside of the condo because they're hurting me so badly. Now when I flip the plates up, I have those QA plates that I've talked about to you guys. And I will do a video just going through everything that I use and target people who have already seen it. You got to bear with me. I'll probably do it a lot more times. Because we've had one person that took his life that I know of last week, and then three other women I'm hearing who were killed by this equipment, and then one person who got put into a mental institution because she was talking to the V2K. So I will be doing a lot of videos just walking through, because my defenses do work. Now these people, they amp up the frequency, and they are right on top of me, funneling in weapons. So the weaponry overpowers, my defenses. I have to move around my defenses to kind of catch them. But the deal is, those Altera whole house plugs, the QA personal defenders, and the QA plates, they definitely work, and I use other stuff that definitely works, and it buffers it down. It also makes it harder for these people to operate. They have to really, really, be on the ball all the time. They can't just automate stuff and leave it and put one person at the station. They have to really work at stuff to hurt me. So it makes them really tired. It makes them really desperate. It has made the situation, because of this man's character and his nature, no character and an evil nature, it's made things dangerous, for my family. He's getting more desperate. He has a cult mentality where he has to do this. Like, I hear that on the V2K. He's like, doesn't matter, I have to do this. It doesn't matter. Nothing that I do, no way that I react, even if I'm just helping people, it doesn't matter. This guy feels like he's locked in. I think it's a choice. I don't care what you're locked into, because I'm being, killed. A lot of us target individuals, we're being killed. And we still do the right thing. We help people. We put our lives on the line because, and we're being killed. We're in a bad situation where our families are being hurt and stuff like that. So I don't really feel sorry for this guy at all. I don't feel like, oh, well, he's in some situation with all this technology. he's making money hand over fist doing this, and he's hurting my family and his family. He's insane. He's what I actually said this to him tonight. I said, Jim Jones thought he had to do it. That's what this guy is to me. He's like a Jim Jones. He thinks he has to do it. Where nobody around him matters. He just has to do it. It's a very cult mentality, whatever it is. And like I kind of, I tiptoe around, the philosophy of this, because I want to kind of speak to non-target individuals too. I want to speak to them and target individuals. These people are evil. They're evil. They're using the system in a corrupt way that Americans don't know about, and it's slowly coming out in the mainstream media. They're using all these dark tactics. These people, I said it 3 years ago. I said they're gonna get worse and worse and worse. And you've got to understand this, non-target individuals. They get worse and worse and worse, and they hurt us more and more and more as this goes along, because this runs parallel with them wanting to discredit us, and they want to make a mental illness look like it is progressing. A non-existent mental illness, they want to make that look as if it's progressing, and that's what mental illnesses do. They get worse and worse and worse if you're not taking medications or anything like that. So it runs parallel to that. Their tactics and the way that they hurt us more and more and more, the psychological torture, remote neural monitoring, synthetic telepathy, in conjunction with the directed energy weapon attacks, electromagnetic frequencies that are high-pitched frequencies and low frequencies, extremely low frequency sound. They ramp this up. It never baselines. Maybe there are, and please comment if you have a situation that's different. There are tailor-made situations for this targeting, but in my situation, in a lot of situations that I've seen, it ramps up. It ramps up because they are trying to put this in conjunction with, hey, look at this person. They look like they have a mental illness. And mental illnesses ramp up. They get worse and worse and worse. So that's why they use that tactic. It's a horrible, satanic thing. And I just want to make this clear, so clear to non-TIs. I'm also speaking to UTIs. If you don't understand and, you're in a situation where you could move, and it's hard if they are hitting you remotely, you will not be able to move anywhere where they won't hit you. I've seen Brian too move from Thailand to Nicaragua, back to San Diego, then to somewhere else. He's moved to tons of places. He still gets hit everywhere. But if you are in a situation where you go out of the place that you're living, and it's the beginning of these things, the beginning of these symptoms, please move. Move so that they can't sit there and get in sync as a radio and receiver to your biofrequency, the biofrequency that your mind puts out. These in the biofrequency, the pinging, with directed energy weapons, they'll ping that and then target on you, and then target your mind with remote neural monitoring, and then target your body with directed energy weapons. This is used in conjunction a lot with chipping, because nowadays they can put chips in with, with just a shot, with a needle. I look back on how many colonoscopies I've gotten, how many dental appointments, how many, surgeries and things like that. And I really do. I think I am going to go ahead and, try and save up money. Melinda Kidder can do a patch test to see if you have chips, to see if you got frequencies on your body. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that for a peace of mind, because I'll put a magnet. I heard one of the guest speakers on a conference call say that he got a chip taken out right behind his ear. I've had a lot of problems, like even before I knew I was targeted, with my jaw and like the back of my ear right here. I put a magnet there, like right behind my ear, because he said they usually do the soft tissue behind your ear. That's where they'll put, one of these chips, and they probably do put them in other places. But I'll put a magnet there, and it will help so much, specifically in that spot. Alright guys, I just wanted to make a short video. I probably will be just making a lot more videos and trying to make them, palatable to the non-TIs. Sometimes they may not be. It may be going in depth for you target individuals, because I do care more about your safety than I care about my videos making people aware. I'll take the risk of maybe somebody being put off by my videos. A lot of people are working on awareness. David Voigt's working on awareness. There are tons of campaigns going on to make people more aware and use. Somebody was speaking on the conference call. I guess I won't say her name, but we got to make the language simple if we want to convince non-TIs. I understand that. TIs, y'all's understanding of this is more important to me. I'm not going to throw out trying to convince non-TIs, but that's my videos above and before the awareness to non-TIs. It's y'all's safety, because we had a young man take his life. People have died from this stuff. Many people have taken their lives from this. So that's my priority, and I want TIs to understand that. So when they comment on my videos and what I'm doing, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Now, I'm not throwing away awareness, but I do know that some of this stuff I am going to go in depth, because I want y'all to know, I want TIs to know what's happening to you. When you're more aware of what they're doing to you, you're stronger and you can defend more against it, even with your mental strength, with your physical strength, with defenses, and the tactics that they use. It's important for us to know that, so you won't be taken unawares, so that you won't have a bunch of stuff happen to you and not be able to figure out or put the pieces together. Now, to think that, I will figure out exactly what's happening, like they're putting this much power from upstairs, and they're using remote neural monitoring from upstairs as well as remote neural monitoring over there. I can't know, because I'm on the other side of the equipment, but I can figure it out to get an idea of what I'm facing. I have to do this, for myself and my family, as well as you other TIs out there. So I really, and it's important for me to say this. I know I go off onto this a lot, guys, and just bear with me, if you don't see the point of it. If you're like, yeah, I'm a TI too, and I don't understand why you're saying this stuff. There's a point to what I'm doing. It needs to be said, and I need to be transparent. I need to be 100% transparent. Now, some of the stuff they're doing with remote neural monitoring, because of the nature of it, and because of the nature of people who do not believe us, I will not speak about it. Like, I will not go into details because it's so horrific. I will not do that because this guy is trying to false flag me. They're trying to false flag a lot of TIs into making us look like we're dangerous or we're crazy or we're losing it or whatever, so that they can do more harm to us. Certain things, I'm not going to go into specific details about the texture, of the imagery in the mind. And I'm making a joke there, the texture of it, getting into detail about exactly what they're putting in there, what they're microwaving into my head. There's a danger to doing that. But to speak in detail about, what they're doing and how they're doing it, I definitely want to do that. And I know that it sometimes may be hard to understand. You're like, why is he, going through all this? Why is he's being apologetic? I'm not being apologetic. There's a reason for the things that I do. There is a definite reason, and this is so important. My family's lives are in danger. There's so many TIs out there in danger. So the way that I do things, I just want TIs to understand that there's a reason for it, because I do see a bigger picture here, and I see how to kind of make it to the other side. God's helping us with this, and he's putting things specifically in my heart of how to do things. So be aware of God, be aware of his help, be aware of the Holy Spirit. We will get through this. I'm getting up to 30 minutes, so I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll probably make a video tonight from my condo and just go through my defenses. I love you guys. God bless and protect your family during these times, and I will definitely see you on the next one, guys. I love y'all so much.